It's your boy ConcertViz34, and today I want to talk about the announcement of a winter or kind of fall into winter tour for Dead and Company, kind of an offshoot of members of the Grateful Dead and some awesome musicians that have joined them to fill in some spots. Now, this is awesome because I didn't think they were going to tour until next spring. Couple reasons why. First off, the band, as far as the core members that are founding members, they are older. They are up there in age. I thought they would just take the fall to winter off and then hit it hard in the spring. The other reason I thought they wouldn't be coming back is because John Mayer has been touring all year, still has some touring to do for a couple shows here outside of the United States. And I thought he was just going to call it a year without any more Dead and Company shows for 2017. But I was proven wrong, and they are going to be back November 12th, the first show, December 8th, the last show, in a string of cities that are going to only really be on the Eastern time zone, in a couple shows, I believe, that are going to be for the Central time zone as far as Dallas, Austin, New Orleans. But really, it is an East Coast based tour. Now, a couple things I'm kind of have questions about, a couple things I'm looking forward to see how they will pan out. The first thing is this pre-sale where the Ticketmaster has this new verify fan kind of process to root out allegedly, and I say allegedly, scalpers, people that are using bots to buy tickets, and other parties that are looking to make a quick buck. So I signed up for that. We'll see how that goes. The reason I'm worried about this is because I think this plan, as far as this whole thing, they've been doing it with Springsteen and some other artists, Taylor Swift's doing it. I really think mentally my mind is, okay, you could get tickets to the show, but how good are the seats going to be? So I wonder what type of tickets these fans are going to get, because what Live Nation and Ticketmaster is doing is they're saying, hey, we're going to root out and get the real fans, but I think they're going to throw them in the rafters, where what they're doing with the premium seats more and more tour by tour is essentially making it all VIP, which brings me into the next kind of subject that I am kind of worried about, is that the VIP seating, they've had it for Dead and Company throughout a lot of these the last couple years here for arena tours and baseball stadiums. But when you have a baseball stadium, the VIP tickets are a drop in the bucket to how big everything is. You could still pay money and get a field seat, or you could pay to get in the pit. Maybe you pay over face value, but hey, you can get into the pit. With these 20,000 seat arenas, some of these arenas are in the 15,000 in a little above that kind of range as well. I wonder how many of these nice seats, or the decent seats right in front of the stage, are going to be, oh, you got to pay all this money, you get the hologram ticket, and you get the nice exclusive poster. Because I'm going to be honest, the VIP packages for Dead and Company, in my opinion, not worth it. I just want to see the music. I don't care about a hologram ticket or an exclusive poster. I just will buy the poster that day of the event, put it up on my wall, like you see the Allman Brothers joint there. So that is something I'm worried about. And speaking of arenas, I am happy that this is an arena tour, because like I said in previous videos, these ballpark concerts, you can get in, and the prices for some of these seats are very affordable, but the seats are miles away from the experience of the actual music. Because part of a concert is feeling the music. Even if you're in the lawn or in the upper deck of, let's say, just an arena, like I'll be going hopefully in Hartford, you still can feel the music, even because everything is really close and tight and packed in. You don't get that with baseball concerts, so that's why I'm happy it's an arena tour. Now, what'll be interesting is they are coming back to Hartford, Connecticut. That's kind of the region that I live in here in Hartford County, in the state of Connecticut. I am happy they are coming back because they to the XL Center, or what was the Civic Center. Now I was at the show last year. They did at the Xfinity Theater, but the Civic Center has a lot of history with the Grateful Dead and all its various acts. It has been 40 years since they released the 1977 show from the Civic Center. That show that happened 40 years ago is one of many great albums, live albums, that was released and sold by the band. So not a taper version, but the actual kind of pulling it from the soundboard and all the audio. And that show really is amazing. So it'll be interesting to see what they pull out. Do they pull out a Long Sugary like they did in 77? Do they play Estimated Prophet like they did in 77? I think Bertha was in that set list too. I am excited to see what's going to happen in Hartford. I may look at some of these shows in Madison Square Garden or Boston, but probably the only show I'll go to maybe live is in Hartford, Thanksgiving Eve, which is another cool thing. If you live in the Hartford area, it will be Thanksgiving Eve, which is a nice night to go out for many people that come back to town, or if you have family in Connecticut or anywhere, you go back there and you maybe go out. So I'm excited for this show in Hartford, shows in New York. There's shows in Philly, Boston, DC, East Coast tour. And I know a lot of people may be upset on the West Coast, but at the same time, man, the Grateful Dead put on some dope shows at amphitheaters for the last couple years in the West Coast. They had an arena tour in the West Coast earlier in the year. You had Vegas and I think a couple other shows. So really, if you're on the West Coast, you had your chance to see the arena tours. You've seen very great shows out there. If you're at Shoreline, out there at the Hollywood Bowl. So really, if you're on the West Coast, I don't have much sympathy for you. You had the great stuff. I'm glad you got it. But look, it's the East Coast time for these arena shows to come around and for us to get these intimate experiences. Whether we're in the, fans are at the floor, the front, right in front of the stage, or even in the upper deck, you're on top of everything. So it should be great. This is your boy ConcertViz34. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. Check out the videos I have. But I am out.